We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets. This will be taken in at the 1. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 10-2 stop. Let's get off the field.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh!
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Go, go, go.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Darnold from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
45 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 36-yard line.
45.
From the 36, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here goes that. 45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Darnold on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ready, set. 53 is the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our field. Ready?
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the eye. Chance.
Hey, Sam off. 5.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Block now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Save. Young lady.
Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
45, Mike, 45. Young lady.
You're going to see me in your nightmare, son. You're going to see me in your nightmare.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shoot. Young lady.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike. Let's go.
Rock now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Check three.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Locke to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. It's caught here by Adams.
Complete to Josh Adams. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed. Super toe.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had to.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw it is Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go. You draw Porker. Jim.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
First down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys who wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Locke now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Locke, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on second down. Darnold, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you. I'm waiting.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Lock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Faking the give to Lindsey, here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, this is Adams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 45 on second down. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Darnold. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. Third down here.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold from the gun. That is caught. It's Perriman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Time. 45. Mike, 45. Not here.
On first down, it's Adams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go, son. 51. Here we go, here we go.
Here's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other.
Oh, wide open, complete. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll rifle this one and got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 41.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch.
Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Darnold completes it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Darnold. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now Locke throwing on second down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Dirty base, let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Mike, protein spill. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Jets. First down. First and 10.
Darnold on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To the air again, Darnold. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Rock to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. 51, Mike 51. Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for Jets.
80
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You got tight right there. You know, young lady.
On first and 10, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Mike 51.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again is Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Check, 53, mine. Man, I got you.
X 3, 218, chopper.
To throw is Lock. This is caught by Jackson. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Check.
General West.
Check. Let's go.
Back to throw. Lock. That's caught by Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, set.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
53. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Ready.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
Come on. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hit it.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another.
You don't want smoke, dog.